Perhaps you have wondered why the shapes of buildings seem to be getting more complex. The shift, I suggest, is a direct outcome of new conditions created by the digital revolution.
The first time I presented computer graphics at a conference was in 1979. And the comment I got is, the computer will make architecture boring and repetitive. And exactly the opposite has happened.
Parametric modeling software incorporates programming techniques into the design process. This integration allows for new forms to be generated at a fast pace that otherwise couldn't be conceived. Parametric software allows the user to generate variants on the same design in real time by changing the input into the programmatic part of the software. It can now be said this is a shift from mass production into mass customization. So how does this relate to architecture? By applying conditions to the programmatic script, you can generate designs that accommodate for different variants, for example occupancy, views and light conditions. This ability to see the alterations in real time can allow the architect to pick a complex form that otherwise may not have been thought about due to the complexity of the design. Modern examples of parametrically designed architecture includes Beijing National Stadium by Herzog and de Meuron, Guangzhou Opera by Zaha Hadid Architects, Yas Hotel by Asymptote. None of these previous examples would have been able to be designed or manufactured without parametric software. Regardless of these advantages, as our dependence on this type of software increases, it becomes a worrying prospect to think that as a direct result, the importance of hand drawing in architecture is diminishing. What does this shift mean for the traditional hand-drawn architectural drawings? Sketching unquestionably engages the observer more with their subject and forces them to pay particular attention to what is being drawn in terms of proportions, details and scale. However, it now seems it's become a tool used more in universities and schools than in practice. This could be due to the capitalist mindset of practices that requires architects to produce more complex designs quicker, which the hand-drawing method is less capable of doing than its computerized counterpart. So what does this mean for the future of architecture? It is clear that a balance between that which is designed by and on computers and that which is hand-drawn must be struck in order to communicate ideas effectively while still continuing to design complex forms. With this being said, it's worrying to think that with parametric software, the architect can become more of an inputter of numbers rather than always a designer in the traditional sense. So with this automation, how much will the role of architects change?